Hey everybody, what's up? Horaud here, and welcome to The First Tree. Was just browsing around on the PlayStation Store, and I saw this, and kind of seemed interesting to me. Something a little different. You know, I'm always trying to find something to break away from the norm. Like, while I don't mind doing certain games, sometimes it's just like, I want to break away from that. It's like, alright, we've done a lot of horror games, we've done a lot of, like, side-scroller games, we've done shooters and stuff, and sometimes I just want to do something a little different. So let's see what this one's all about, shall we? Oh, can we go to options? Commentary mode. Huh, interesting. There's nothing about sound. I was wondering because it's kind of loud, but hopefully I should be able to talk over everything else. So, new game. Something tells me this won't be a very long game, though. I imagine this will be another short series. I mean, the game was only $2. That's the only reason why I say that. But it looked beautiful, though, from the video I watched. Ooh. Snowy mountain. It's a fox. Are we playing? Oh,
Are you awake?
Hi.
I thought I heard you get up.
Yeah, I'm awake. Sorry, I just can't sleep.
Are you thinking about him?
Yeah,
I
a
can
bit.
zoom.
You should get back to sleep, my love. I'm fine.
No, it's okay. What else is on your mind?
I don't know. It seems weird, but I had one of the most vivid dreams of my life. I saw a fox on a snowy mountain,
Hey, that's
just
me.
looking confused and worried. Those eyes. I can't get those eyes out of my head.
Like a double jump?
She was running in the windy snow, looking for something.
Do you think it has to do with you and what's been going on?
I don't know. It was just a dream, Rachel. They're not meant to make sense. A lot's happened the past couple days, that's all.
Well, if you're not going to sleep anyway, you should tell me. I want to hear.
All right.
Are they done? I didn't want to interrupt them because I feel like with the audio, I think me talking on top of them would just be kind of hard to hear. Alright, so for starters, this control is really nice. It's not... Whoa, okay, that's a little weird. It's not too hard. I mean, double jump, that's very interesting. I like the controls, but it is beautiful. Is that the oh, okay. I was wondering if we could get like a close-up of the fox's head. Oh, we're in its mouth. Oh, that's really cool, though. I really like this. Oh, no. Well, how do I... No, not X. How do I do something? Okay, that's run. Is it triangle? What button, like, interacts?
So, not
oh,
far
circle.
from her home, she followed
Aww.
that path to something unexpected.
Sad face. Wait, are we about to, like... Is she looking for her puppies?
She couldn't stay, though. She had to find her other two children. So she took that path. She followed it towards something ancient. Something with answers.
Whoa. A mountain? Oh, the first... Oh, so she's going towards a tree. But that's big sad, though. She lost one of her babies. Aww.
The fox looked high and low, searching for any sign of her cubs. Points of light showed the way to this ancient tree.
Oh, what the hell?
It was
We can
as if
collect
each
these.
one had a story to tell, all their own. The land was trying to tell my story, too. I felt like I was right behind her the whole time.
Whoa. There's so many lights. Well, I mean, this is your dream, so it makes sense if you were controlling her. I mean, obviously we need to go that way, but I don't know... How much of the world can we explore, you know? How big is this game? What's this over here? Yeah, there's some light shining. Oh, okay. This music is beautiful. What the hell is that? Oh, we found something.
As a kid, did you ever do show and tell in your class?
Yeah. I think I only did it once, when I was in the 4th grade. You know how my life was around then.
That's a boat.
I wanted to show my class what helped pass the time and distracted me. So I brought a dozen paper cranes I had made. I think I told everyone how badly I wanted to be a bird and fly, embarrassingly enough.
Oh, that'd be
Don't
awesome.
be embarrassed. Every kid wants to fly.
Yeah, man.
For me, it was another toy from my dad, a wooden boat. I remember guarding it so carefully in my hands as I walked into class. When I sat down, a group of boys immediately made fun of it.
Oh, of
They
course.
asked which trash can I found it in, or why an ugly log was my favorite toy. When I got up, I didn't even want to tell them my dad had carved it. I said it was a joke gift my friends had given me.
Aww.
Kids can be so cruel.
They're
Some
fucking
of them are.
assholes.
I shouldn't have let them get to me, but it did. It's amazing we bounced back at all.
It's hard, man, because sometimes, like, you won't even think about it, but a kid will fucking nail it, like, when it comes to saying the one thing you're super insecure about, and just make you shut down completely. Joseph. What does this one say? Oh, it just says Joseph, okay. This music is so loud. I'll turn my headphones down. Just a little bit. Okay, so... a little show and tell action. What do we have here? What's this one? Dig it up.
Do you remember what my dad did for a living?
Wasn't he like a lumberjack?
That's one way of putting it. If
Oh, it's a
wood
little
was
toy
a
train.
canvas, then a carving knife was his paintbrush. Even after working a 50-hour week, even after his hands were more splinters than skin, he would bring home the nicest piece of Alaskan weeping cedar and make me toys. That wooden train was the first toy I can remember, and I loved it. I just knew from a young age I was going to be a lumberjack, like my father.
See, that's interesting. I always find it very inspiring to see how people like want to follow their parents' footsteps as far as a profession. Because, like, for me, my dad always worked on cars, and while I like cars, I just am not interested in working on them. But he's also very passionate about paint, so it's cool to see all the different stuff he would manage to be able to do. Because he painted my computer when I was a kid, and whoop. Okay. And I remember it was really slick. I still actually have it somewhere around here, hidden away. So, what are we thinking here? We collect those items and get, like, I don't know. What do we collect them for? I don't know if we purchase anything, or is it just a trophy? I also have no rhyme or reason as to where I'm going. I'm literally just fucking going wherever. I don't know exactly if this is... This kind of makes me think of Journey in a way. Maybe it'll be like... it's a little more elaborate. Like, if it was Journey, there would be no dialogue, but it kind of makes me think of that. Oh, here we go. I think this is another toy or something to pick up. Yeah, here we go.
Usually those kids would leave me alone, but somehow they could tell I was different. They made fun of how far away I lived.
Oh, it's a little
They
tank.
called my dad a sourdough. I was a blabbermouth as a kid, telling my dad stories I made up for hours. But after that show and tell, I didn't tell him much anymore.
Whoa.
He didn't know exactly what was wrong, but his best guess was that the toys he carved weren't cool enough. He carved me a tank. He tried to tell me what it was like to be in a real tank as a serviceman.
I didn't know your dad was in the military.
Yeah, in the army. The sad thing is that I'd pretty much forgotten until just now. There's so much I still don't know about him.
I'm sorry.
Whoa.
He knows how much you
Oh, I
love
thought those
him.
were arrows.
You're going to see him again soon and have some closure, I'm sure.
How do we think we're gonna get over to that? Yeah, because I can't jump. I'm saying, as for the closure thing, that's definitely something that is a good thing to have, especially if it's something that's been bothering you since your childhood. Not a lot of people are able to have that capability to even understand why their childhood causes them to be who they are today. Okay, so it looks like I missed one down that way. And then there's one up there too. At least it lights up. I hope this isn't gonna kill me. Okay. I just tried this fucking leap of faith off of there. Okay. So we obviously need to go that way, but there was one more over here I want to see. I do kind of like this kind of way of storytelling, though. Like, it lets you get the world to explore. Obviously, this is a dream, so it's limited as to where we can go, I'm sure. It's still a pretty large area, though. But it's just so cool to see how people decide to tell their stories. Some people it's direct, others is through different means like this, and then others have it to where you gotta find items that give you a description of the story, then you have to actually do research, like Dark Souls, stuff like that. I just find it neat. Like, storytelling is always a huge part in a game that makes it really enjoyable, and some people just have an amazing way to do it that you would never have experienced before. Wow, it's just those. Okay. Well, I didn't see any other lights, so we're gonna head over this way. I see it right up there. This is very relaxing too, like with the music. It's definitely something I could go for. I feel like a lot of other stuff I've been playing lately is like, I don't know, a little more pressured. I kind of wanted something I could just play and feel at ease, in a sense. Not that I feel pressure to record, it's just like the intensity of the game can sometimes be a little overwhelming. Not always, but sometimes. Okay, it's this way. Yeah, here we go. Alright, so we got a boat and a tank, and I forgot what the other one was. Oh, a train. But that's still cool though. Like, and it sucks too as a parent to like be able to like do something like that for your kid, but like once they get to a certain age and they make it to school, then they get made fun of for having that stuff. So then they're kind of like ashamed. And it's like, no, there's nothing to be ashamed of, man. Like, if you enjoy it, enjoy it. Don't let somebody else be an asshole to you and take away the enjoyment of something that you really like. I always hate seeing that, man. Like, just because you don't like something doesn't mean you gotta shit on it for somebody else, dude. Let people enjoy things exactly the way they want to. So, are each... Yeah, because that's a truck. Is each toy gonna be like an actual... an actual thing as well? I'm not really seeing any more pillars of light. So I don't know if now we're just to the point where we're just collecting these items, I guess. Oh wait, is that one right there? I think it is. I think it is. Yep. Okay, so... how the hell? Yeah, those totally look like arrows to me at first. I guess we just gotta go up this way. Because I don't see any other way. Yep, that's definitely what I was looking for. I don't see any other way to get up there, because everything's just a cut off of the cliffs and stuff. Oh wait, what's this? Oh, it's a little TV. Oh, I didn't even notice the little footprints. Ah, that's adorable. Little paw prints, I mean. Okay, let's get to the top of the hill. Maybe? Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Can we we go up any higher, actually? Is there anything up here? Oh, there's a bus. Oh shit, alright. Gotta grab the rest of these. I wonder if it'll tell you at the end how many of these little stars there are. Okay, so our next item is right over here. Some more story. See what else this guy has to say about his dad. I'm here to dig.
The older I got, the more I withdrew. I asked myself, why talk to anybody anyway? Why bother when I'm happy by myself? I started drawing a lot, mostly animals I saw in the woods by my home. I then imagined designing my own hideouts with things like TVs and pantries full of chips and cookies. I think that idea of leaving home and drawing blueprints started my career. I found a lot of solace in that.
I'm not surprised, but I did the same thing, you know? There's something special about having a place to call your own.
No, no.
And now look at us. Well, if you count renting in an overpriced city.
It's as close as we can get for now.
About to Skyrim this shit, you guys. Yes. I want to get that item, damn it. Hey, yeah, I got it. Woo! Okay, now as for what he was saying about not wanting to be around anybody and being on your own is better. Honestly, for some people that works because it's just harder being around and not being understood, because being around people who understand you and support you is very, very important. Like, it's not really something that's taught to us. It's kind of like maybe something you learn along the way, I think. Because not every environment's going to be good for us. Some people thrive around being around a bunch of people. Some people thrive around only having just a few people in their life. And what is important for you is figuring out what works for you the best. And like I said, just surround yourself by however many people it may be that you're able to find, and just continue to support one another. Did not expect there to be a loading screen. That was random. Oh, wow. Okay. Wasn't expecting this. That was a seasonal change. This is absolutely gorgeous. Alright, well I guess we'll head up this way then. Get our first item. What we got? What we got?
My teenage years were full of sketching, angst, and trouble.
Yeah.
I wasn't popular or unpopular.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe just forgettable.
Yep.
I guess that gave me a sense of freedom. So I hung out with crazy kids, doing crazy things, even though I mostly just watched the chaos ensue.
Mm-hmm.
We did it all. Put fireworks in mailboxes, hide roadkill in people's garages, break windows of the barber shop in Anchorage. My dad was furious.
Oh, Alaska.
He was so busy working, he couldn't do much to stop me from going out.
I think being an adult means there's no one to stop you making hard decisions. He had to make a living, and he couldn't be in two places at once.
Yeah, I realize that now.
She's got a point.
But at the time, I was sure he was more interested in growing his business than what was going on with me.
Well, that's what sucks growing up, because it's very easy as a child, especially when it's something you see frequently, because my dad also worked a lot, and when I was younger, it felt like he was just working a lot to not be around me. And I know that's not the case. It was literally because he was the only one taking care of me. Like, it was just me and him, and my mom had her own thing. Oh, this one's purple. Oh, okay. But, you know, as a single parent, you have to work as much as you can to be able to take care of your kid, but that also... Oh, okay. That's what that was for. What is happening? Alright, whatever. But as a child, it's really hard to understand, like, what our parents have to do just to take care of us. So when we see the absence, we automatically just assume it's our fault and that, you know, we're not loved. And that's not the case. Sometimes it could be because you may have shitty parents, because not everybody is going to have, caring parents to the point where it's like they would do anything for you. I don't know if we should go back or not. But I think what the most important thing is the fact that your parents try, because not everyone's parents would be willing to do that. I know a lot of people growing up where their parents just left, and it's just like, all right, see ya. And I mean, like, how do you tell your child, like being the other parent, how do you tell your child that it's not their fault? You know what I mean? Because as a kid, that's just an automatic assumption, I guess. Like, it makes the most sense in our mind. Well, the reason they're not here is because of me. And that's not true. There are so many items, holy hell. Is this alcohol? Yeah, see, that's another thing too. The alcohol was a problem. My dad was an alcoholic when I was younger, and that shit was scary, man. A lot of people don't realize, you know, if they hadn't been around it, or like until they meet friends and they see their parents, it's just like, that shit's pretty terrifying. And it's mostly, I feel like, the father who it's more scary because they get very physical. Thankfully, my dad wasn't like that. But I've seen people
was working another late
that their
night,
parents were like that.
and my friends were
so
over,
sad.
saying how bored they were and how they had come all the way out to my house for nothing. One of them mentioned how that old, ugly beyond belief truck was still in the garage, and how we should take it for a spin. I was only 15, so I kind of fought it for a while. The next thing I knew, we were careening around the mountain path, rocks spitting onto the sides of the cliff, while my dad's cringeworthy bluegrass blared out the speakers. I drove while my friends were in the back of that yellow and purple truck, throwing beer bottles and trash at anything remotely interesting. Felt like I was soaring in the air with borrowed wings. But all good things have endings. A cop outside of Eagle River pulled us over after he saw us in a bottle rocket in the someone's yard.
That's what the cop cars
What followed
were.
was a long night of talking to disappointed adults and feeling smaller than ever.
You know, the one thing is, as a kid, when you're growing up and you're doing things like that, you're being rambunctious and just trying to have fun. It's understandable for the parents to be upset, but they also have to realize where it comes from, because they were kids too, and they probably also did something very stupid when they were young. I'm not saying it's like a good excuse, like, haha, yeah, free reign to be an ass and just do dumb shit, but also be understanding of the fact that you were a child once as well, and sometimes you could be pressured into doing things you wouldn't have thought you would ever try to do, you know what I mean? Because kids can be very, very adamant about, and be very mean about, like, oh, well, if you don't do this, I won't be your friend. And, you know, when you don't have that many friends, you'll do anything you can to keep them around. And that's not saying all situations are like that, but sometimes those people can lead towards making bad decisions that'll make you, you know, like, maybe I shouldn't have been involved with this person. I had a few friends growing up that they just always seem to somehow get into fucking trouble, man. I don't get it. Like, I know a lot of it boils down to what's going down at home and whatnot. I guess it really just boils down to whether or not the parents are going to make the effort to, you know, help their child. Because I feel like an act of rebellion is, you know, like, hey, pay attention to me kind of thing.
After he drove me home from the police station, I blew up at him, saying how I never wanted to be like him, how I was going to be someone and leave that hick icebox for good.
Ooh.
He just looked forward at the road with tired eyes. I took out that bluegrass tape from the cassette deck and chucked it out the window. In my sage teenage wisdom, I thought I proved the ultimate point. But my dad had a different idea. He slammed the brakes, slowly bowed his head while gripping the steering wheel, and finally looked at me. All he said, like it was a polite request, was, "Make this right." I sat there in silence, fuming, but I eventually got out and combed every square inch of the woods, muttering profanity after profanity. I found it 30 minutes later near a small waterfall off the road. I went back to the truck, put the wet tape back in, and sure enough it worked. We didn't speak another word to each other the rest of the night.
Wow, I knew you were a crazy teenager, but...
It's hard to believe, isn't it? It surprises me too.
Damn, I can't get that one.
It's like I didn't really know who that kid was back then. I bet my dad thought the same thing over and over. It's almost like he was saying, make this right to himself, more than to me.
There we go, I got it. That's an interesting take because I guess, I don't know, it'd be weird to have your child do something because you were trying to make it right. I don't know. But I also understand coming from the sense it's like, alright, you know, you were being a little rambunctious, let's go ahead and fix this. That waterfall is so fucking loud, holy crap. Oh, okay, I guess I just needed to use it to get up here. I was wondering, I'm like, what do I need this for? I don't know what the point of that one was, because there's nowhere else to go. I did get a trophy for 50 stars, so I assume it's just a trophy to collect all of them. Don't really see anything else. I feel like we got it all. But I do think I need a purple boy to jump up there. So we'll go back and get that. Barbershop. He didn't mention anything about a barbershop. What happens when you run through it? Can you jump in it? Yeah, you can. That's awesome. Okay, where was here we go. I think we need to take this, and then we're going to make our way right down here. Guess we just hop up. I wonder if this is going to be another end of the area, because it seems pretty open, and I don't really see anything else. I do love the lighting, though. Very spring-esque. Probably like 7 o'clock at night kind of thing. Oh, fuck. What? I need all 3 of them? Shit. Alright, well, I'll probably fast forward this part, because you already know where they're at. Okay, let's try this again. Oh my god, I missed one of them too. I don't even care. I really don't. If that's what's gonna cause me not get a platinum, fuck it, whatever. Like, I don't care. That's such a pain in the ass to go back and do that all over again. The timing is just so long. Okay. Moving on to the next thing.
If there was some way I could take my love of drawing and turn it into a way of escape, nothing would make me happier. I wanted to create instead of tearing trees down. I wanted to move to the lower 48, not because I hated it there in Alaska, but I hated the idea of it. It's like all of that spite inside me had created this monster which followed me around my whole teenage years. I put so much energy into doing what others didn't expect of me.
Yep.
Why did I do that?
There's one fact you're forgetting, though. If you didn't have that fire in you, we probably would have never met.
Ooh.
You're absolutely right. Maybe the destination is all that matters in the end. But then why am I awake? Why am I seeing this fox go on her journey? And why can't I stop thinking about my dad?
Well, I feel like when it comes to stuff that's from your past, and like you said, getting closure is definitely something that can make a huge difference in your life. Especially if there were issues between you and your parents and whatnot. Like, being able to, get over that stuff, it can be rough. But the important thing is actually trying to make a difference about it. Some people will just let it consume them, and it's kind of hard when it gets to that point. But I think what makes the largest difference is being able to, see that there's an issue and wanting to fix it is a huge thing too, because you have to want to fix it if you do have something that is an issue. But friends, I think we will go ahead and stop it here, since this is a nice little transition to a new area. This is very interesting to me. I know this is probably a lot more serious than I intended it to be, but these are things that, you know, should be talked about, and people need to understand they're not alone. It's okay to feel the things you feel, and, you know, sometimes we need to be able to directly face the things that we're scared of, that we probably wouldn't think we would be able to have the courage to face it, but you do have the courage. You just gotta look deep within. So on that note, friends, I wish you a good day. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, leave a comment, and let me know what you think about this. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do that as well. I'd be happy to have you here. Another subscriber means more friends to spread these journeys to. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day. Oh, excuse me. I had indigestion. I was trying to, like, swallow in it. Anyways, have an amazing day. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you in the next episode.